Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, man. So this Casanova situation has gained a lot of momentum, man. There's a lot going down here, and this whole situation looks like he might have been, you know, man, what do they call it? He let the wolves into the hen house, bro. Now, Casanova unwillingly probably brought around somebody that, was already working against him and his team. Now, I'm gonna preface this by saying this is all rumor, but some of the data that I'm gonna go over is official data that you can look at from official websites on the internet. I mean, it's public knowledge, public cases, and stuff of that knowledge. So, man, it's very interesting that, man, the name Star Bermudez keeps coming up, and that name is coming up because that is allegedly Casanova's girlfriend's best friend. Now, she even herself put that this person was allegedly her best friend for over 10 years. I think over 14 years she put. And man, we're going to talk about the exact specifics because there's a video floating around, but that doesn't tell the whole story. This thing has been actually unfolding for several years. It goes back to 2013 on them. And man, it's mind blowing to be honest with you. Now, with that, man, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. All right, now that we got that out of the way, now by now everybody has seen that video that's floating around. It's on all the websites, all the hip hop chat forums, all the fan pages, and it's allegedly of a young lady named Star Bermudez, and she's actually being interrogated. And she's giving up names like Casanova's name. Like, it took a little while, but she gave up his name pretty much immediately. And man, it's got the internet abuzz, man. Everybody is talking about this situation. And to be quite honest, man, this thing didn't start this year. This isn't something that started this year. Now, for those of you who need to catch up, man, Casanova is a rapper who signed at Rock Nation LLC. And he's basically been kind of like, I don't know, man. I want to say like he's like a drill rapper, and he's got that persona as a street dude, but he's like one of the faces of the new, Rock Nation label, man. I'll say that much. It's hard to label him, man, because at points he's very charismatic and seems like a real cool guy, but then there's issues that he's had with other rappers in the past where we've seen that, he could really get gully, man, when need be. Now, judging by some of the information that's floating around the web, it looks like the fix might have been in from the gate. Now, when I mean the fix, I'm talking about his federal indictment. So he was federally indicted with several other members of alleged members of this group, man, that they're called the Untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation Gang. Now, I'm not gonna say that he's officially a member of this gang or this group, man. Nobody can confirm that, but it is on the federal indictment, and him along with others have been pinned to this, man. Now, a name that came up recently because of a video that was released online was Star Bermudez. Now, Star Bermudez is the best friend of Casanova's girlfriend. And when I said in the opening that he might have, brought a wolf into the hen house, I mean, that's literal. Because if you go to the U.S. Department of Justice website, and this is where doing your due diligence on people, man, pays off most of the time, you can already see there's a page for the Southern District of New York. Now, anybody who knows anything, or even if you watch TV, you know that the Southern District of New York is like the creme de la creme when it comes to persecuting like RICO cases and things of that statute. You know what I mean? They get a lot of publicity on there. They got a very high conviction rate. And man, they try all the big cases. Now, they worked in conjunction back in 2016 with the Poughkeepsie. Now, remember that city name. Now, with the Poughkeepsie local law enforcement in a trial that was similar to this, but it included 15 other people. And one name that stuck out like no other when I looked at this whole list and the whole write up on this situation in the court case was Star Bermudez. Now, allegedly, Star Bermudez is also like the star witness or person who's going to be testifying against Casanova in this situation. Nobody has confirmed that. There's just a video that's floating around, and everybody's kind of biting the apple on that. But I haven't seen anything officially. But I can tell you that officially back in 2016, October 13th, 2016 to be exact, she was named in this federal indictment, and it reads as this: 15 charged in White Plains federal court with using Front Music Company to engage in cocaine trafficking. So basically, somebody or this organization here was using a music company as the front so that they can run illegal drugs, man, allegedly. Now, I'm not sure everybody was prosecuted, in this case, but I do see her name and I do see a lot of similarities to what's going on with Casanova 2 times, man. So this isn't new for her, man. She's actually been through this before. And with her being his girlfriend's quote unquote best friend for over 10 years, inviting her in wouldn't have been any problem. I mean, you even if he found out that, hey man, she had a case before or whatnot, you would probably think like, oh, well, she already did her time or whatever. So, might even give her a little street cred. But man, that might have been a fatal mistake. Not a fatal mistake because, nobody's died in this situation except for the person who lost their life within the case that they're attaching this to. But man, that might have been a bad mistake. I'll say that. Because this person, Star Bermudez, man, was facing a lot of time back in 2016. And I know it's only been 4 years since 2016. And most of the charges that she had, and she had the major charges on this indictment back in 2016. And this case was covered from 2013 to 2016. And basically, it talks about different gang members. And I'm not going to name the associations specifically, but they're similar to the ones that they're talking about with Casanova 2 times. And man, it almost reads the exact same. But she was facing a lot of time. I'm talking about a minimum of 10 years on two separate accounts. One for conspiracy to commit money laundering, and then another for narcotics conspiracy. And do I have to spell it out? I know that video's floating around, and I'm not sure that's her, because when I look at the pictures that's on Casanova's girlfriend's social media page, the pictures that she has with Star Bermudez are still on there, or who everybody is saying is Star Bermudez. Nobody can confirm that this young lady is the same Star Bermudez, but they're still on there. And the girl in those pictures is relatively attractive. Like, she's pretty, right? And the girl who was in that interrogation room was rough looking, man. I just say the least, man. It's just interesting, man. Now, all this information is available on the web, but this person who's Star Bermudez, if they're not still in prison, and that is the exact person who's been hanging around Casanova and them, man, it just goes to show that, man, sometimes you got to, man, do some better house cleaning, man, because it looks like, man, if this person is who's associated with both of these cases, it might not be looking good for your boy Casanova. I'll just say that much, because, if tradition holds up, man, he might get rolled on. Now, all of that is based off of the information that I received or that I could see, from the U.S. government site and the prior case. That does not dictate what happens in the future. But, man, to be honest, man, if you look at all of these factors combined, it's looking real bad for your boy Cass. Now, what do you guys think, man? Do you think a lot of this is speculation online? Do you think Star Bermudez's name is just being dragged out here in the media and everybody's hating on her? Or is this pertinent to the case against Casanova, especially when you see a video of somebody testifying, or being interrogated floating around? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.